Welcome back to my channel Math School. In today's video we will solve exercise 4.1 from chapter 4 circles. In my previous videos I have completed the introduction and theorem 4.1 from the same chapter. If you have not watched these videos, do find the link in the description box below or click the I button above. So before we start with the video, do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to hit that bell button so that you will be notified with the latest videos on my channel. Question number 1 from exercise 4.1 chapter 4 circles. So the question says, how many tangents can a circle have? So this I have detailedly explained in the introduction part of this video. So do watch the introduction video and also theorem 4.1 before solving this exercise 4.1. We have to find out how many tangents a circle have. So basically a circle is made up of infinite number of points, and at each point a tangent can be drawn on a circle. So since a circle is made up of infinite number of points and also at each point a tangent can be drawn, right? So therefore we can say that a circle can have infinite number of tangents, as at each point a tangent can be drawn on a circle, right? So here our answer will be infinite. There can be infinite number of tangents a circle can have. So moving to our next question, that is question number 2, fill in the blanks. Our first question here is, a tangent to a circle intersect it in dash point. So as I explained to you, a circle and a tangent intersect each other at a single point. So therefore here our correct answer is, it intersects it in a single point. Second question is, a line intersecting a circle in 2 points is called a. So we have a circle, and when there is a line intersecting a circle at 2 points, that is point A and point B, then such a line is called as a secant, right? So our correct answer here is secant. Third question, a circle can have dash parallel tangents at the most. This also I have explained in the introduction video. A circle can have 2 parallel tangents at the most. Answer is 2. The last question, the common point of a tangent to a circle and the circle is called. So what is the common point between the tangent and a circle? This common point is called as the point of contact. So here our answer is point of contact, right? Now coming to our third question. The third question says, a tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 centimeters meets a line through the center O at a point Q, so that OQ is equal to 12 centimeters. Let PQ is. To understand the question here better, let us draw the figure and understand. So here they are saying us that we have a tangent PQ, and this tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of a radius 5 centimeters. So we have a circle whose radius is 5 centimeters. So here we have a circle, and at a point P we have to draw a tangent. Okay, so the tangent is PQ. So if the tangent starts from the point P, we can draw a tangent in this manner named as PQ, and this circle has a center O, and also they have given us that the circle have a radius of 5 centimeter. Now this radius meets a line through the center at a point Q. So this center O meets the line at a point Q, so that OQ is equal to 12 centimeters. So we should join OQ. So these 2 points O and Q meet each other. So therefore we can draw OQ, which is equal to 12 centimeter. Here OP forms the radius, right, which is given here as 5 centimeters. And now we have to find out the length of PQ. So PQ has to be found out. So here you can observe that we have a radius and a tangent at a point on a circle. So what is the relationship between the radius and the tangent, which we learnt in our previous theorem, that is theorem 4.1, that is a radius is always perpendicular to the tangent, right? So a 90-degree angle is formed here, and also you can observe that OPQ forms a right angle triangle whose 2 sides we know OQ and OP side. So we can apply the Pythagoras theorem easily and we can find out the PQ side, right? So therefore you can write in the solution by theorem 4.1, the tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. So you have to write down the whole statement. Here I have just written down theorem 4.1. Only when you write theorem statement you will get full marks. So therefore by theorem 4.1, angle OPQ will be 90 degree because the radius is perpendicular to the tangent. So therefore OPQ is equal to 90 degree. So therefore triangle OPQ is a right angle triangle, right? So since it is a right angle triangle, now we will apply the Pythagoras theorem. So by using Pythagoras theorem, we have hypotenuse square is equal to the perpendicular square plus the base square. Here our hypotenuse is OQ, base is PQ, and the perpendicular is OP. So therefore what is hypotenuse? Given here it as 12, so it is 12 square is equal, and our perpendicular is given here as 5 centimeters, so it is 5 square plus base we have to find out, which is PQ square. So therefore what is PQ square is equal to, setting this 5 square to left hand side, we will get 12 square minus 5 square. So what is 12 square? It is 144 minus 5 square is 25. So therefore PQ the whole square is equal to 144 minus 25 is 119, right? So therefore PQ will be equal, taking square root on both the sides, we get square root of 119. And here since radius is given in centimeters, so we will write our answer in centimeter as well. So PQ also will be in centimeters, that is root of 119 centimeters. So our correct option is option D, that is PQ is equal to root of 119 centimeter. So this question can be asked in multiple choice questions, and also it is an important question. A last question from exercise 4.1. Draw a circle and two lines parallel to a given line such that one is a tangent and the other is a secant to the circle. So here clearly they are mentioning us to draw a circle. So let us first draw the circle, and we have to draw two parallel lines such that one is a tangent and the other is a secant to the circle. So a tangent intersects the circle at a single point. So this is a circle with center as O. So we have drawn a circle, and now so they are saying us that there are two parallel lines where one is a tangent and the other is a secant to the circle. So we already know a tangent always intersects the circle at a single point. So let us draw a tangent in this manner which intersects the circle at a single point P. So this line is called as a tangent, right? Now second line, we have to draw a secant. A secant always intersects a circle at 2 points. So we will write down these 2 points as A and B. Any line which intersects the circle at 2 points is called as a secant. So in this manner we are drawing two parallel lines where one is a tangent and one is a secant to a circle. So this is the solution for this question number 4, and with this we also complete the exercise 4.1. If you have any further doubts, you can comment me below in the comment section. In my next video I'll be taking up the next section, that is section 4.3, the number of tangents from a point on a circle, and also we will see theorem 4.2. We will solve the examples and the exercise 4.2 as well. So till then, if you liked my video, please hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel so that I can make more such videos for you guys, and also watch the related videos of chapter circles shown on the screen. Thank you.